USB flash drives. Why I think they are a good idea. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to talk to you today about flash drives. Now, everyone's seen these before, they're nothing new. I've been given the chance to review one of these flash drives, and if you've not noticed, they're for iPhones and iOS. Now, these also do come in Android versions, so it is applicable to both. And I just want to go over some of the things that the new designs are doing, basically. So we've got 8 gig up to 256 gig. Now, I have seen these at 1 terabytes. These range for the 256 gig. These range from about £8 ish. Other companies do different designs. Some fold out and things like that. They range from about 25 to 30 ish for a 1 terabyte. Now, I've had this for a couple of weeks in my possession, and I keep thinking to myself, what would I ever really use it for? And then I thought, do you know what? It's actually a good idea. One is, obviously I use iCloud and things like that, and after I think it's about 5 gig, it's gone. You have to pay for it, and you only put a few photos on, a couple of videos. I use a lot of my phone for editing and things like that, and the memory's gone. Same with Google Photos and other Android applications and things like that. And I thought I could use this more for photos and paperwork and certificates and things like that. I thought that's actually a good idea. Then it got me even more thinking onto what else I can actually achieve with this. So I started looking at the instructions, and this is obviously made for the latest iPhones. It all goes back down to the iPhone 6, the iPhone 5, the XS, things like that, the minis, does all the iPads. With the files and stuff, it does text, doc, PPTs, XLS, PDFs, which is generally what everyone uses, music, MP3, Wave, WMAs, M4As, AACs, videos, which is MOV, MPG, VOB, which is generally what I use for YouTube and things like that for my social media, or your JPEGs, your TIFFs, and things like that. It does also do Android as well, down to Android 5.1. Not an Android user, unfortunately, so I'm assuming that's like an earlier model, which is like the iPhone 5 and things like that. Could be wrong. Let me know in the comment section, guys. Sorry if I've cocked that one up. And I just thought, yeah, this is actually quite a good little idea. Now, it does come, obviously, with my version, just come with an Apple plug. And it also comes with a Type-C. But it also comes with, obviously, your standard USB. And I thought, this would be great for emergencies. And I wrote a small list down, and bear with me on this one for my way of thinking about it. I thought, in the event of emergency, we're experiencing flash floods. Unfortunately, people's houses, catch fire and things like that. If your house caught fire at, let's say 2 in the morning, what are the things you're going to grab? You're going to get dressed quick, grab your kids, grab your pets, and get out of the house. There isn't really much you're going to take with you. And I thought, if this, you could just take this, put it in a safe box or have it on a key ring, something like that around your keys. I thought that's actually quite clever. And you can put passwords on these as well. Now, these actually link up to an app on your phone. And that's good because it's literally plug it in, it'll tell you to download the app. The app's completely free, and you can have, whatever gigabyte you get in the stick on the app. And that app's great. And I'll do a small demonstration of that. And you can put pictures on it, family photos, things like that. I thought, oh, that's pretty good. And then once you've took it out, you can actually share it back to your device again. So you could, later on, email it and things like that. I thought that's a brilliant idea. So I thought, in the event of an emergency and stuff, and you try to grab this, flash flooding and fires and, any situation you have to get out of your house, I've started putting on all my paperwork for things. So when you think about it, mortgage deeds, they're generally in your house, in a cupboard somewhere, chucked in a dresser. and left. Everyone forgets about it until the time comes when it comes to remortgaging and things like that. I thought, yeah, if I could put it on just on a dongle, put it in, an office or an office drawer or something like that, just keep it out of the way. When I need it, just plug it into my phone, send it all back to the solicitors or the banks and things. I thought that's a good idea. Bank accounts, keep all your bank account details on there, for instances, that God forbid your house burnt down and things, you don't want to be carrying out tons and tons of paperwork. We all have bank statements every month and, they get on top of you and they're a nightmare and just chuck them in the bin and whatever else. And we've got accounts for, savings and debit accounts and things. Just update it every now and then, just on a dongle, just to keep it so you know what's going in and what's going out. But also, if you've got no proof who you are in the event of an incident or something like that, you've got nothing. All your assets and all your paperwork and deeds and everything else, your mortgages and stuff, they've all been burnt. They've gone. So, trying to track someone's life history, in say 2 hours, however long it takes to burn a house down, it's just gone. So your life history is just completely burnt down. But if you had one of these, I think that's a great idea because everything would be on this. Now, the way digital world is going at the minute with obviously facial recognition and, where you can go onto your phone and stuff like that and it just already opens up automatically. You don't have to put no passwords in or pins or anything like that anymore. I thought, do you know what? We all have passwords and stuff, and it'd just be nice to keep things safe and secure. Like, birth certificates. That's another one. Generally, they're just chucked in the loft in a box, forgot about. Hardly ever need them, unless you're going to get married or things like that. Keep them on a dongle because you only get one of them. If that's gone, who are you? No one knows who you are. You've got no proof. If you need to get money out in an emergency, you've got no identification, things like that. I just thought that's actually a good idea. And how many times do you, put photos on your phone and, say your kids are, you've got young kids, you watch them growing up, you take photos of them playing and things like that. And then accidentally you either drop your phone, it's got water damaged. That's, all your photos gone. Generally iCloud backed up straight away and it doesn't back up anyway after 5 gig. So you've literally lost all of them photos. Just for a simple, quick, plug that in your phone, down, just literally drag it all on. It copies within seconds. It's really fast. I thought that's a good idea. So them memories, you can't put a price on them. And I've seen a lot of that. It's happened to myself where I've dropped my phone and things, and it's got water damage and stuff. And we've all watched YouTube in the bath and things like that, and all the videos. And I just think that's actually a good idea for 2 minutes out of your time. Every couple of months, just plug it in, update it, and just send all your videos to this, and your videos and important files. Things like DVLA, V5 paperwork. We all keep that in our house. Driving licenses, photo IDs, wills from family members that have passed, and things like that. I thought this is great. Then I started reeling off even more, and I thought, yeah, medication. Once you've lost all your paperwork and your prescriptions and things like that, and if you've had to leave your house, the last port of call, just grab that or stick that in a pocket or something. It beats, just grabbing all that paperwork and rummaging around the house. Because if you're like me, no one's organised. You get all these certificates and licenses and you just chuck them in a drawer. No one's bothered. No one ever asks for them. So when the time comes and you need it, it's all on the dongle already. I can just plug it in my phone, email it, or show the police or the emergency services who I am, and things like that. And that I'm a UK resident. But things like phone numbers, that's another good one. In an emergency, if you broke your phone and stuff, and the emergency services help you and plug that into a laptop or one of their phones and stuff, they can get the details off for your family members and stuff. Because I don't know any of my family's phone numbers. I don't even know my partner's phone number half the time. I just don't remember numbers. I'm just a general tradesman. I just do not remember anything like that. It's like addresses. I can take you to where they are, but if my phone was broken and stuff, I had no GPS or anything like that, I couldn't physically put it into any device, to tell me where it is. get all the addresses on there. I thought that was a great idea. Passwords and codes. I said before, when it comes to, nowadays with technology, your phone, you just look at your phone, the passwords already come on the phone because it's facial recognition. You can get into your phone, all your apps are already open because you've already put your passwords in the apps. Well, if that's all broke and then you've got to recuperate all that with, say, a new phone or something, how do you find anything? Like your eBay, your Amazon, all that lot. If you're like me and I've tried to keep away from all the thieves and just have one password and have quite a few little different passwords, we all forget that. We all get old. Keep them on your dongle. You've always got it then. So when you download it back on your iCloud and stuff, and you get all your apps back, just plug that back into your new phone, and there's all your codes and passwords and things like that. It's like email addresses. If you work from home or you've got a lot of work emails and things like that. I thought that's another good one you could use. Self-employment, like myself. I've had it before where the taxman's tried to chase me, said I owe them money, worked out because I had my paperwork, they actually owed me. So we fought for that, and that was about 5 years ago. So I'm not letting anyone going to take any money off me, my hard-earned cash. Now, if that was burnt down in a house, how am I going to prove that they owe me? I'm not. I'm just going to have to end up paying them up. Not with one of them. I thought that's quite clever. So I do all my previous tax returns on this now, so it's all logged and it's all safe. Still have the paperwork, but if the paperwork ever gets lost or damaged, my accountant can't find it or anything like that, I've always got proof of one of these. And if you ever have to not owe the taxman any money because it's their mistake, I'm going to cherish this forever. So again, let me know what you think on this one, guys. I thought, it's actually a good idea. So I started putting everything onto this. And this one's only a 256 gig. And I'll show you on the app later on. You can record it into files, you can put contacts on it, things like that. And I just thought, that's actually quite a good idea. How many people actually put all their documents and stuff on a dongle? Because if you've literally got no paperwork on you, you can't prove who you are, you can't get any money out of the bank or anything like that. You've got no mortgage deeds to say that's my house, even though we know it's technically your house, it's just burnt down. Insurance paperwork, things like that. If you got to have to claim because obviously your house has been damaged or whatever, if you've got no proof, there's always that saying, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. So I just thought I'll do a little review on these, and I thought, yeah, it's really good, and I've been using this non-stop for a while. I've been putting on kids photos as they grow up, any medicational problems and things like that been cropped up. I've put them all on this, and it's backed up, and the way it works on the app is it's so organized on the app. It's fantastic. And I thought for £8, wasn't really interested at first, but I'm converted now. I thought that's brilliant, because a lot of stuff now uses the Type-C connections, which it already comes with for USB, and you can obviously still put that in same again in the computer and stuff. But again, you can keep all your documents on there and prove who you are, and you've got readily available documents that you need in the event of these things. And I just thought for £8, they do range from about £8 for the 256 gig. This one came to me off a seller off TikTok, but they do go up to 1 terabyte, different models and things like that. But I thought really look into these guys because they're actually quite clever. In the event, we all have our lives basically on the phones, and I'd be gutted if my phone just generally broke. But I thought, we change our phones roughly every 2 years or, whenever we can. They don't last that long anyway nowadays. But I thought, yeah, this is really good. And a lot of them, in the olden days, you had to have different connections, and a lot of things like this that were Windows didn't really was compatible with the iPhones and things like that, and it wouldn't work, or you'd have to buy a connection on a connection, or you'd have to get another cable with a splitter cable. It went into that and did that, and it was like, oh, it's just an absolute nightmare. And I've been trying this for a couple of days now, and it's fantastic. It recognizes my phone every time. I have no issues with any updates or downloads or anything like that. And I thought, this is a great little device. I thought I can't really knock it for £8. I thought it's fantastic. Definitely worth a look, guys. I'll leave all the description and everything where I got it from, the link and stuff. And just give it a shot for £8. I just thought, what a great idea. Top product.